Hi guys, how you doing? Senior Gaming here, and in today's episode I'm bringing you Idle Moon Rabbit, and I've got for you 10 tips for beginners. So if you're Idle Moon Rabbit player or perhaps idle gamer, then make sure you subscribe to the channel as I post as often as possible and bring you best tips and advice. And if you enjoyed the video, then make sure you like it as well. Right then, so Idle Moon Rabbit has actually been recommended in a comment section, so thank you very much guys for that. And I got to say, there is a lot of happening in this game, in comparison to many other idle games, there is a lot of content. If we just, for instance, tap on this menu just below my avatar, as you see, there is a lot of icons to click on. Obviously, don't worry, the game will be unlocking more and more content as you're gonna keep progressing. And currently I'm on a level over 1400 and there is still more content for me to unlock. I'm still classified as a very low level. Right, nevertheless, I got for you 10 tips today. When you pretty much start within the game, I would say within the first few days or weeks, if you go and implement these techniques, you should see your power boosting nicely. Okay, so the tip number one is gonna be invest rubies into a skills. So you're gonna head over to that shop in the left hand side, and in here you'll be able to draw weapon, as you see, skill, pet will be unlocked slightly later, but the first two is going to be pretty much weapon and skill. You'll be able to use a tickets as a, these are rewards for various missions, etc. But later on when you use and max out, so let's just do it. I've got 9 tickets currently, let's just unlock it. And now as you see, I can use rubies itself. Obviously rubies is a premium currency, as you see in the top right hand side, but you're gonna get it throughout, just by playing a game, participating in events, getting rewards from a mission, etc. So don't worry too much about it. Obviously you can always go and spend real currency, but you'll be more than able to farm this premium currency efficiently just by playing on free to play. So we want to definitely draw quite a lot of skills, and the reason for it is if we now tap on the skills itself, there is so many skills to choose from. But as you see, by doing so, I have managed to unlock some of the legendary skills, and in my opinion, having a great and strong skills will outperform investing heavily into weapon. So what I mean by that, you'll be able to perform a strong skill casts, and as you see, the main gameplay in here, what I'm currently doing is a massive grind, and what it basically counts here is that AOE damage. As you see, there is 1,000,000 damage numbers coming on the screen, and obviously this is the best and most efficient way to keep farming up. Just kill as many monsters at once as possible. Right, the number 2 is to actually take advantage of the skill builds. So in order to do it, you can just access it on multiple levels. You can tap, for instance, on dungeon, first dungeon, enter, and in here you've got everything around pretty much skill selections, so you can just tap on these 4 squares. And in here now you've got skill equip slot. First of all, you've got 6 basic slots that you can save, and as you see, you also got tailored presets. So you can clearly see how many different aspects of the game we've got here and how many different builds we might have. So it's definitely worth setting it up as you're gonna keep progressing and unlocking concept of the game. But I think to start off, you basically need, as myself, I set it up on tab 1, everything which is AOE, and my tab 3 actually it's a little bit more focused on one-to-one when I'm trying to face some individual boss. So that will be your tip number 2. Then tip number 3, we're gonna go and now talk about weapons. Same principle apply. If we head over to a shop, you're obviously able to either watch ad, use the tickets, or just use rubies to summon so. And once you do it, you're gonna head over to equipment. Again, a lot of happening here, but this is obviously a beginner's video. So you'll be able to pretty much keep unlocking and farming, either by progressing within the stages or using rubies to obviously keep getting stronger and stronger weapon. What is important, you want to obviously combine them. The easiest way to do it is just to tap on the first weapon which got this green arrow, and as you see, tap combine. If you do auto combine, pretty much the weapons will just keep jumping one from another and upgrade next grade, which is great. It's pretty much auto combine. And once, as you see, I'm currently sitting on this very weapon. I've got last 6 to unlock. And what is important as well, once I unlock this carrot bazooka, you heard me right, Then once I unlock it for the first time and I get a further 5, I'll be able to learn these very powerful skills, which means before you combine into a next weapon, which is gonna be a Dragon Breath Bazooka, you want to keep saving 5 of this very weapon and learn these powerful skills. For instance, in here, as you see, I increase final attack by 40%, in here the number of targets by normal attack, and so on and so on. And every single one of these weapons will give you certain boost. So combine, learn the skills, and then move on to a next one. Okay. Tip number 4 is gonna be go with a glass cannon build. So if we tap on the stats now, as you see, pretty much the 2 stats that you'll be able to use your gold on as a primary resource is gonna be attack and HP. And because, as you see, we farm with, the massive scale of hitting as many enemies as possible. In my opinion, you should go as much attack as possible. Everything else, then only to put into HP. Okay. Now, tip number 5, it's gonna be always unlock your next lunar blessing. So apart all this gold spending, in here you will have this certain resource which is called a lunar blessing. Obviously, you'll be unlocking it as well as you're gonna level up. You're gonna get more lunar blessing, more experience, which means more levels up, more lunar blessing. This is pretty much where we are. And then, as you see, I have managed to max out my attack speed, HP recovery, and so on. And there is more and more you'll be unlocking. We just discussed that, I'm just well over level 1400. And in here, I just got 2 more skills that I'm nowhere near to unlock. As you see, level 2000 and 3000. What's important on when I'm addressing this with this number 5 tip, is that often you will keep leveling up, and the next sort of upgrade will become available, but you won't be able to see it. So you always pretty much want to scroll down, see what's next, and then unlock it. Because this new skill will drastically increase your overall power. So you want to always check if you actually have met the requirements and you're able to unlock new skill. Okay. Then the number 6 is we've got something like resource guide, and you want to take advantage of it. So let's just close that menu as well. So if we just tap on that top of our screen, in here pretty much where we've got our gold, if you tap on it, this is where you got your resource guide. And as you see, this is also massive. As mentioned earlier, top 10 beginners here, and I'll be putting definitely more videos. There is so much more to cover. So again, you got 2 great buttons, where to obtain gold, for instance, and where to use it. And you got it pretty much with everything you do in a game. So at some point, if you're stuck with a certain aspect, you don't know what to do, where to get this material, or what to use it for, because you can, for instance, purchase this out in a shop with rubies for a particular event, then just click on use and you will know what to do with it. So it's definitely a great guide. I'm coming back to it very often just to know exactly what resources I need. Okay. The number 7, it's gonna be complete missions, but we want to also focus on weekly ones. So we head over to menu, and then just the very first icon here, we've got mission. Mission itself, I wouldn't say they are daily quests, they're more like achievements. But you also got a weekly ones where you want to focus, as there will be an extra chest you want to claim. So in here, doesn't matter when you come back and when you're gonna reach these requirements, you can always come and claim it, but the weekly ones will obviously reset every week, so you won't go ahead and complete all these requirements to get that chest with additional rewards and essentially boost your progress. Okay, and the next one is obviously participate in event. Always events will be on the right hand side next to a map itself, and currently we've got a event where we sort of facing a massive bunny. And this is, again, when I mentioned skills earlier, you want something which hits heavily one target. This particular event as well, it's based on this bunny only receiving 1 single damage hit. So you want something, for instance, I was using a bit of tornado skills, which hit every second for 10 seconds. This way, obviously, I was able to multiply this 111 damage just by hitting as often as possible. So you want to obviously head over to a right hand side every single day, see what event is currently going, read all the concept of it, and go ahead and take advantage of these events. Right, and obviously then number 9 is going to be collect all the free rewards, including ads. So you know, pretty much once you tap on it, and you will be there will be a lot of red dots as you're going to keep progressing. So you know, be the shop like in here. You know, as you see, I have currently watched all the ads. If I go into rate update, again, I can get additional ruby by watching ads. Some more in package, etc. You know, so you want to come in every day, tap on everything pretty much when it's red, and just take advantage of these game aspects. And there will be a lot of free rewards. You won't be forced to spend anything out of real currency in order to get a lot of great rewards. So you want to make sure you come in and take advantage of it every single day. And finally, tip number 10, as you're gonna start progressing, you want to pretty much disconnect yourself sometimes from being on full auto. So obviously if I just untick auto now, you know, the character itself won't be casting the skills. So you know, once you're farming, no doubt you want to do it. But sometimes you're gonna go against the boss, where if you just enter the area, all your character is gonna cast all your skills for, like, you know, mobs which are very, very weak, and then when you're gonna face against the boss, your skills all are on cooldown. So you want to obviously take auto away, kill just with normal attack sort of weak monsters, and then face boss. Or something else, sometimes you're pretty much, because I already advise you should be going with a glass cannon build, you'll be able to complete the level rather than just let your character play. You will have to pretty much use either your keyboard, or once you're on a mobile, keep moving around the area a little bit more so you avoid being hit, and then obviously wait for the cooldown to then start attacking heavily your enemies. So number 10 is basically you need to disconnect from auto and sometimes use manual interaction in order to progress further within the game. So that will be it, guys. Definitely more videos coming for Idle Moon Rabbit. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, then like it and subscribe, and as always, I will see you next time.